The updated National Induction Checklist is a vital resource developed by the youth work sector for the youth work sector. Originally launched in 2018, it acts as a benchmark to ensure that all youth workers in Scotland receive a minimum standard of induction training. By adopting the National Induction, together we can build a skilled workforce that has all the tools to deliver inclusive, high-quality, rights-based youth work.
We've developed this checklist with the youth work sector to make sure that all youth workers get the opportunity to be trained up to a minimum standard. That's really important so that all young people can access quality youth work.
Whether you're a part-time volunteer or a full-time youth worker, the Induction Checklist ensures you are equipped with the essential knowledge and skills to be a trusted adult in the lives of young people.
Organisations across the sector are delivering induction tailored to the young people they work with and their context, and they use the checklist to make sure they're covering all the topics they need to cover and their training is up to date.
So anyone new to youth work can take part in the training, or anyone who is maybe been a youth worker for a while but just wants to be refreshed about the kind of core competencies of what it means to be a youth worker.
It's super important. It ensures consistency across the youth work sector. They'll hopefully feel more confident working with young people and working with their colleagues, have a better idea of structuring sessions, and overall it just provides a really good grounding for people kind of new to youth work.
The Induction Checklist covers key topics that form the bedrock of youth work practice: what it's like to be a young person today, equality and diversity, and the planning cycle in youth work. Each section is designed to help youth workers work towards the National Occupational Standards for Youth Work and the CLD competencies.
Some of the topics I think, and we do in North Lanarkshire, are really important. What it's like to be a young person, the skills and qualities needed of a youth worker. We then look at inclusion, participation, getting young people's voice. I think it's to allow people to know what's expected of them doing the role.
We have training such as our key safeguarding training to help make sure we keep everyone safe, as well as our celebrating every member to be inclusive. We have managing finances and handling risk. They're all really important.
The National Induction Checklist ensures that every youth worker meets the same high standards, no matter where they practice. It helps maintain a focus on safeguarding young people, understanding your community, and creating an inclusive environment where every young person can thrive.
Young people deserve to have every youth worker they're working with trained to at least the minimum standard of induction. Whatever setting they're accessing youth work in, it's really important that we can provide that quality to all young people.
As the largest voluntary provider in Scotland for girls and young women, with over 3,000 units, we want to be aligned with the checklist so that our local communities know that they can trust and know that there's a consistent experience in girl guiding across the country.
I think it's really important so that all staff are maintaining the National Occupational Standards and that they have covered all the bases that they need to know about to be an effective youth worker. Safeguarding and child protection, equality and diversity so that youth workers have an awareness of these issues. Also the planning and evaluation of youth work is really important.
The Induction Checklist provides a clear framework of essential skills and knowledge for youth workers, allowing them to build confidence in handling key aspects of the role. It's the first step on their training pathway, paving the way for better practice and improving the lives of young people.
I think if you didn't have previous experience, it'd be a lot harder.
I think you'd go in with just a bag of nerves, not knowing what you're doing, or trying to connect with people sometimes can be a bit hard. I think without it, we would have just sat there just looking, not knowing what to do. I think, see, just even running a session, just knowing the boundaries and how it makes a good worker and how to connect with a child, it really benefited doing that. Even just one-to-ones with people was really good.
It's good, especially because in my team I'm the least experienced with youth work, so I was a wee bit left behind when they were talking about session plans and all that the training's really brought me up to snuff, we can say. Because I was out last week with a group, that was my first time boots on the ground and that went brilliant. really enjoyed that. I know how to approach things now. Like, if I hadn't had the training, I think it would be chaos. Because I'd be jumping into the deep end, no one had a clue what to do, especially with the bands that we're working with and kind of what our service is geared towards. It feels if you don't have that level of training, your service just wouldn't work. It'd fall on its face, it wouldn't get off the start line.
The National Induction Checklist is more than just a tool for new recruits. It's an investment in the future of youth work. To find out more and access additional resources, visit YouthLink Scotland's website today.